Mubarak Abuche Musa, popularly known as Ojemayareju, is a Nigerian business tycoon and renowned philanthropist. He is the CEO, Emperor City Integrated Services Limited, and he is most popular amongst his people for his selfless acts of service and genuine interest to the development of his society. He believes that true wealth comes from charity. Unlike many of his contemporaries who found their ways to the top through opportunities created by others, Mubarak created his own path through sheer hard work, diligence, and sincerity. Mubarak was born on the 10th of July 1984 to the family of Alhaji Alewo Saliu Musa and Hajia Asmao Alewo Musa.
Mubarak Saliu Musa Shomamide Omilabi Obi if other 1984 July 10th, good morning, 7:30.
He started his early primary education at the Federal Polytechnic Staff School, Ida, in 1990. At the age of 6, Mubarak, while still in primary school, lost his dad.
Ojos Yusufu Ojogbane Taki Wadu Kungbe Miluloti Ajokuta.
When my uncle brought me to Ajakuta, he took me to one of the best primary schools.
My dad brought him, my dad in blessed memory, late Mr. Matthew Yusuf Ojogbane. When he came, he started with Township Staff School. That's where he did his primary education. When he finished the primary education, he went to a secondary school in Ajakuta here.
At first, when I came, the love of father he gave to me just like my late dad. The wife gave me a bag when I wanted going to school, and that bag was so funny. It is one of the wife's best bag, and it was a female bag though, and I started using it to school.
He was with us. He brought some of the Ida vibes to join the family. It was all fun. We grew up together. He was like a twin brother to my immediate junior brother. That's Aiba Ojogbane.
Funny enough, the kids we met in school at our peer group then, they're very like brighter than us. They speak good English than us. So we find it difficult to express ourselves in class, me and Ubedi.
I cannot forget that very Christmas. During Christmas occasion, then there were white men in this place. We normally go around. We go to their house and all that, you know. Then he just came in. He could not speak English very well. So I remember somebody stepping on his shoe, his new Christmas shoe, pull off. He did not know how to express himself. He shouted, "Bala, your own don't tire me." That guy's name is Bala. Abuche is fun to be around.
However, his love for home and people and the need to grow amongst his friends and siblings made him return to continue his secondary school studies at Government Secondary School Ida, where he obtained his senior secondary school certificate, SSCE, in 2004.
After my secondary school, my mom was able to say he wants to put me in the Nigerian Navy. And my mom took me to his elder brother, retired Admiral Shaibu Amodo Akbabana. When I got there, my uncle now advised my mom for me to go back to school, that I'm very young. I promised my mom that when I'm done, he promised to take me in short service. So growing up, I was able to take JAMB. My mom was doing very well later to take me to school, but she was duped and she had no money then. So my late uncle that brought me up in the secondary and primary school, I lost my uncle, and I couldn't find who I will get my school fees from when I gained admission into FUT Mina, Federal University of Technology Mina. I took another jump to Federal University of, Federal University of Agric, Makurdi. I gained admission there, and I was given fishery. But before that admission, I now gained admission to Kaduna Polytechnic. So I was given quantity survey.
Mubarak further went to Kogi State Polytechnic in 2009, Templegate Polytechnic in 2011, and later Salem University Lokoja, where he obtained different certificates in quantity survey, computer science, and a degree in accounting, respectively. However, there are stories surrounding his academic journey.
So Isa Amodu was planning to take me to school before he died. So after I lost Isa Amodu again, I thought all hope was gone. Then I think from my paternal side, I have an uncle that I met for him to take me to school. And the story he told me was so funny. I felt bad, not until God raised a savior, and which is my father, beloved brother and friend, Suleiman Atajashi Musa. I was in the quantity survey. I think we were in our drawing board, whatever section or all that in Kaduna Poly. I fell down. I don't know what was actually wrong with me.
From Kogi State, we meet at Kaduna State Polytechnic, where we both stayed in the same room together. The hustle was tough. We tried to survive through the academies, through the streets. But by the special grace of God, God really helped us, and everything went well.
Like when I was in the Polytechnic in Kaduna, me and Gaddafi, we used to find it funny. We want to live how other students are living, though. Gaddafi will always be the one to bring the money, and I'll be the one to always guide him. Me and Aaron also, we take Gary from the house, we steal it to school, we soak it because of hunger and all that. I'll take it from my uncle's house without their notice. I'll steal some things and put it in the ladder because I know Aaron is also hungry.
It was not all bed of roses for Mubarak, who lost his dad at the tender age of 6, having to grow as a toddler without a father figure.
While we were in school, it was very tough for us. There's no money to feed, there's no money for house rent. We had to sell phones, his phones, my phones, to feed.
His mother had to fend for both him and his other siblings, working as a local government staff with the Ministry of Agriculture in Kogi State, with support from the only man he calls Uncle, Matthew Ojobane, of blessed memory, who was always there to render a helping hand to his mother by paying the school bills.
I was done with my national diploma in computer science, and before you could know, I went to Port Harcourt for an IT at Almighty Genesis in Rumukuta. I left Port Harcourt, I came back. My bosom and best friend, Tenimu Idris, he advised I could look for another job somewhere else that I can try Lagos.
Before Mubarak left for Lagos, I was the one that brought the idea that, my brother, come on, Lagos is a place on its own that a lot of things it's happening. What do you think if you decide to go to Lagos and see what is happening there and all that? And immediately, because of his kind of person, that he knows where he comes from and he knows where he's heading to. He key into the idea.
I went to Lagos, searching for greener pasture, and I got a job in MTN, Falomo, I became a janitor. I was just doing my job with happiness and joy as a janitor, cleaning all night. Daytime, I work in the driving school.
As at that time, I was schooling in Benin Republic, Cotonou to be precise. Before I will go to Benin Republic, I will stop over in Lagos. Then he was squatting with a friend of ours called Abu, or we do call him Lakusisi. He's a very funny guy.
I stay in Lagos in one small room. I won't even call that a room. It's a toilet we fixed to become a room.
There is no way I will say I'm coming back straight to Abuja without stopping over to see him, to know his welfare and all that. I can tell you that there is no day I don't call him. If I don't call him, he will call me. If he's facing any challenges over there, he will let me know. You understand? There are a lot he has done for me. There are a lot I've done for him too. So he's been a wonderful person.
Mubarak, like many other young Nigerians, struggled after school. Jobs were not forthcoming. He had to squat with his friends like Rex, who also had no job at that time. They sometimes go to bed on empty stomach and sometimes feed on little food available.
Tenimu advised me to come back to Abuja, that he has something for me.
So there's this little opportunity that came up. I now said, why didn't I call my friend over? You know, because I so much believes in him and all that. I said, let me call him. When I called him, I said, bro, how far? I said, fine. I said, there's an estate here in Abuja that I'll like you to come and see, and there's something happening in the estate and all that.
Tenimu gave me a work that I think I did janitoring work at Lagos, that I can use it to become something in Abuja. I say yes, of course. I now started by cleaning the house the elder brother built in Karimu. I had that contract. That was one of the first big money I've ever seen in my life. That's like 350,000. So I accepted it. I collected one small room in Airport Road. I started my life.
His formative years in Abuja were really tough, but it was the roadmap to his success in life. He was trained and commissioned in 2015 as a cadet inspector and later rose through the ranks to becoming an assistant superintendent.
God helped me out, and one fateful night, that spirit kept talking to me to talk to my in-law, my elder sister's husband, that he should look for something for me.
Among all my other brothers, he believed Bala, I don't know, he saw something in him.
One fateful night, I was lying down. His call came in and said he has documented my name with the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. At that time, I've gained admission into Temple Gates Polytechnic, Ankpa, for my HND. So I went for training, and I think I did 6 months in Katsina. And coming back, I still continue with my HND. I didn't stop.
I was that kind of sister that believed so much in education. And most problem I had with him was education. So his coming here was because I wanted him to further. I didn't want him to remain where he was, even though he was this type that he believed with or without education, he could go on, he could become what he would want to be. But I was not of that opinion.
I was called to serve my country, and when I was going to work, I was posted to FCT Command Abuche, posted down to Otako. When I was posted down to Otako, I was doing my job with all happiness. And sometimes I will go to work, you know, without any other thing than your salary. I won't have even transport fare because I'm calculated for the month. Along the line, my mom fell sick.
Because gave me wale ineke goju koloni e aneke dagoni e aneke buboni analagbalagba ale takojo won dukwe civil defense ni.
And she was still encouraging and praying for me for a better thing to come.
While he was working, we were still together. You know, the first day I saw him on his uniform, I said, bro, your uniform is very fine. It suits you.
And even when he was in civil defense, he was coming around. Whenever he sees me, or every day he used to call, guy, where are you? We meet.
Sometimes I find it difficult to transport home when I was in civil defense because my salary at that time, it's not that rosy.
While in NSCDC, Mubarak met his wife Victoria.
I think in 2018, I went for a course and I met my wife. And we started dating. Later on, we got married.
I met my husband in the job that's civil defense. Right from the one, he saw me first. I didn't take note of him. And he said to his friends that lady you saw coming, that's the woman I'm going to marry.
We want to thank God for the wife God gave him, because behind any successful man is a strong woman.
He came straight to the point and said, I'm going to marry you in 6 months' time. And I told him it's not possible. He said, go anywhere you want to go, travel all around the world, but you're coming back in 6 months' time. I'm going to be Mrs. Mubarak. And I laughed over it. I thought he was joking, you know, and all that. Then, before I knew, the guy was all scoping and, you know, we get talking. To be sincere, he is such a wonderful person. He's a lovely person.
Really, he's somebody that I cherish so much because of his personality right from time. One, he's somebody that impossibility is nothing. That is his belief. And he sees possibility in anything that comes his way. Even when there was no hope, parental backup, neither uncle or friend backup, you still have this self-driven force.
Bala was a homely person. He's somebody that can stay in the house. He can even be indoors for as long as he wants to be. He was hardworking. That was one thing my husband saw in him. He can do anything for my husband. He will wash his clothes, wash his car, clean the house. And he was very, very, very passionate about my children, and he looked after them well, and he was well behaved, which made my husband to like see so much in him and loved him.
He has been a very, very courageous person. He doesn't hide anything from me.
Ashima many yemudeli iya kakpan beto mimi na lejenedum. One, ichujishin ide ha mi cotton iya chajujan igwanya na edo afe komiki balu ke bakpa ima matan. Ekejim cheneka ide feneka chenku afe gawo npa mama yemu ime unka chonu kwenwele kalika kenere. Macam kira saya jangan ngos ini, toh, saya kiani mama dokomi, nanti noko, saya ke noko len, ashe konu kwe wani doko ichu e madu we kpo mene toruki mali okoki adu aye nelen umdate ne do de na dun ohun chene kai menwe wedu imuda chene munele to konu kwe kinedebo.
He liked accommodating people. He's that kind of person that I'm not sure he has selected friends. Anybody can be his friend, as long as you can walk in him.
Reso joka kiwa oponisha unokodun onlawa kakoko abe why unokodu tani machi kukuloti stone na le okoku na adu e bakete no kola no eni mommy omi no kodo unokono enu wawa the next thing enkuli onpo kuchado ahun cheji mimi na gbinyota madu mitura inaye mimi na talubu inalubasa ni magi ni tomatoes kake oko yeni ngbe kenwe ipo enwe educhi ena akomi na oko ai na oko ke bo leun de onwo odulai o ma ro le mi enkomi pe onpa mo ma ye unje oyelede.
While in service to his country, his dreams of becoming a solution in the real estate sector of the country kept on calling him.
He said, "Kai, he doesn't think he belongs where he is right now." He said, because it's a uniform personnel, but these are the cause that is coming. What are those cause? Cause of what he's doing right now, the real estates. You can imagine being a uniform personnel that you are supposed to be in the office. He will be in the office. Somebody will be calling him, "Please, I need stuff." What are those stuff? "I need house. Can I have land they'll be giving him locations and all that.
His desire to get involved in providing affordable housing with the state-of-the-art modern facilities moved him into the private sector after 5 years of service with the NSCDC.
One day, there is a bosom friend, a brother called Abel Igbita, a very nice guy. He told me I should get a plot for them. They are into real estate. The name of their company is Diamond City. He told me to get a plot for them, of which I did.
And the business, it kind of was the first million that entered his hand while in civil defense. You know, I said, so this business is sweet too. And I thought, I stood behind him because a lot of facilitators was involved. But him is more or less like a brother, more or less like a friend, more of a business partner per se. That was how we transacted in a business, which he benefited megally.
And that is how my story started.
Today, he is the Chief Executive Officer of Emperor City Integrated Service Limited, a real estate company with its head office in Abuja, Nigeria. As his fortune soars in leaps and bounds, Mubarak sought a way to contribute to human and community development. Mubarak reaches out to the less privileged, gives out scholarship to deserving candidates, registers those who want to acquire knowledge in trading, caters for the aged, widows as well as orphans.
Scripture said, "He that giveth to the poor, lend to the Lord." So who are we to lend to the Lord? You cannot lend to the Lord. As far as a giver, in fact, you can never lack.
He loved reaching out to people that even hurt him. That's his weakness. He doesn't pay back. Like, okay, this person did this to me. Yeah, at times he felt hurt. Sister, this person did this to me. But you think he hates the person. Before you know, he will still reach out to the person and help the person out.
What really brought him to this point is because he's a giver. And God actually cherishes people that gives freely.
If you don't do it, nobody will do it. I must confess that it's God that make me who I am, and I know where I am coming from. So I know how I feel and what I feel where I was. So if I see anybody in that position or situation, I will want to help that person, because in the aspect of life, when it comes to suffering, there is this pain that people feel inside them where they don't have anything.
To me and to people around us, he has not changed. He has not deviated from the real Mubarak that I used to know.
I think a lot of people write him off, but he can testify today that I always support him. And I know for sure that sky is his starting point, because his name, Abuche, that's his native name, was given to him by my great-grandmother. It's a powerful name.
In fact, I see him as a nation builder. Yes, a nation builder. I'm not talking about a community. I'm not talking about his locality. I'm not talking about family. I'm talking about a nation.
With the little he's doing for everybody around, I know Mubarak is going to help a lot of people in this country. My wishes for him in the next few years is to become a great politician in this land.
I'm very happy that he has succeeded and we are together with him.
He's an achiever, as I told you. I know he'll make it in life. I know he's somebody that will go places. He's somebody that will touch lives. And I know by the special grace of God,
I see him going higher. He's just starting. Yeah.
Alitogbaun oya yeke ale anyon. Alitogbaun ya na buane uchegwe uchogban. Alitogbaun uwo yachi. Inshallah.
When I was nobody, I think that time I was still in Kogi State, in Ida precisely. Few people that knows me very well and know what I used to say then will bear me witness. People like Gaddafi, Arome Atajashi and all that. I used to tell them that I'm going to be a governor of Kogi State time to come. And I told them that the time I'm going to be a governor of Kogi State, a governor will come and is not going to be an Igala man. I just said it like a prophet. And if after him there is a governor coming that I don't even know, but after that governor, I will become the governor of Kogi State. And it happens, like today, Bello is a governor and he's not an Igala man. I don't know who is going to be the next governor after Bello. And after that governor, I don't know how it's going to happen. God would definitely give me that cap, and I'll make sure I create serious impact.
And I know, as a philanthropist, he will do very well for himself, because I see him wearing the crown of leadership in the future.
Ali ko nga tene pyo ki wonu chobeta. Ekeji se nye chewo ne eke dabi tubi. Eketa eke ba makan. Amaka ya bone, ya done ane, ya peunje. Amaka isi da ayo to dale na abi ojo na abi ane. Odu na jolu na koyo mi, koyo ki je ketimu ki ba makan. Amo yo ki je ketimu ki jira menebi. Etim ki jira menoga menola, etim ki jira bile. Ama amaka yo ki je ki bon ki bon mbien. Ale toba ki mu do ya la. Alkoyo manene de ni ki bi ona le. Abele ojo anene de ni ngadu ki atene hedon. Ojo ki mu du.
Mubarak Abuche Musa Ojemayareju, a young man of good heart with generous intention of genteel education and amiable character, is a symbol of freedom and hope, not only to his immediate family, but to all within his orbit. A very modest and reserved person. Like he always says, we move on God's speed.